purple key fits the door handle and the deadbolt. So that same key fits each lock. And then you have a couple sets of keys here. And then there's the chrome key will fit the chrome locks on the outside, like on the baggage compartments. That's what your chrome key will fit there. This key, actually, I don't think you guys have a use for this key here. It's probably on some other kind of lock that the previous owner had that got to get rid of it.
So is that the deadbolt? This is the deadbolt, right?
That's right.
And so everybody has pretty much the same key to that. Like if we were out in a campsite, does everybody? It's like a master key.
Not everybody, but there are industry master keys for the door handles. That's how us that work in the industry get in these things so quickly.
Okay.
But you're the only one that has a key to the deadbolt.
Okay.
So that's why on the inside, there's your grab handle, there's your door handle, and that's your lock for the inside. It's just the deadbolt because you're the only one that have a key to that.
What about the keys to the storage units? Are they like standard keys too?
They are.
Okay.
Yes. And I'm gonna go ahead and hand these to you guys here so they don't end up in my collection here. And on this grab handle here, just pick up and slide it over for travel. The steps just pull out of one another like so. And as we go up to the front here, your receptacle output here, so if you want to plug a fan or something in, keep the bugs off of you, you can. Also, if you'd like to plug a TV in out here, here's the TV output for cable or for antenna. And there's a little slider there for the TV bracket. And speakers up top. Here's your front pass-through compartment here. This slide will cut on and off by the little push toggle here. And this is your power cord. So you're going to take it with you every time. It is a 30 amp marine style cord. We'll talk about that when we get on the other side there. I do recommend using an inline surge protector just on protecting your investment there. You can get a couple electrical adapters, so if 30 amps are not available, you can reduce it down to 15 amps, plug it into an extension cord if you like. Just can't run the air conditioner, but you can run everything else. You can also get another adapter to step up to 50 amps. There's a stabilizer jacks. They're located on all four corners of the unit. And this is the stabilizer jack handle crank. The main foundation are the axles here. So the tires should never be suspended off the ground. So if your campsite's on the incline, you want to bring some type of solid surface to put down to pull or to back your low side tires on to get level side to side. That's the main foundation. And then front to back with the tongue jack. And then just bring your stabilizer jacks down just to stabilize. To the right, it'll extend them down, and to the left, it'll retract them back up. And that is a 3/4 fit in there too if you'd like to use a cordless drill with a socket. And I would put some type of solid surface underneath those jack pads too, especially if the campsite's earth, just so they don't settle down. And kind of a short stocky idea, like the least you have them extended, the more stable they'll be. If they're straight down, they'll still be kind of top wobble. Up here to the front. The electric tongue jack just pushes up and down here. It does have a little convenience light here. The switches on the back side. So if you're disconnecting or hooking up at night, you know, it helps you see, getting your hitching on and off. There's a manual override right here on the top. So if that motor fails, where you can manually crank it up or down, so you won't be stuck. These are 20-pound LP cylinders here, and I have them full of gas. This is a supply tank here, and I know that by the regulator switch is pointing to this side and it says supply. So this is the tank we're drawing gas out of. So open it slowly but fully. Open it up all the way. And then I like to leave the reserve tank off because I like to have an indication of being a tank down. So you'll get a check light, whether your stove won't work or if you're running the water heater on gas, a fault light will come on, or refrigerator on gas, a check light will come on. And then you'll know it's time to come out over and switch over bottles. Just switch it over to the other side, and then you can open that bottle up. You can unscrew the swing nut here, and the sprocket will relax. So you can unscrew the pigtail and take it and go get it filled up. RV Marine deep cycle battery here. So pretty much everything in the unit is 12 volt. Lights are 12 volt. There's a lot of 12 volt propane combination appliances such as the furnace, the refrigerator, the water heater can work on that combination. So that's why we have a 12 volt battery here. That battery will receive its charge with a charge line on your truck when you're pulling your truck, or when you're pulling the trailer and you got it plugged into your vehicle. When the truck's on, it'll send the charge back to that battery. Also, when the unit's plugged into shore power, there's a converter that'll send a trickle charge to that battery all the time. That's how it gets its charge. Feel good about everything up here?
Yep. So far, I'm glad I'm videoing this.
Convenience light here just cuts on and off by push toggle underneath. Notice the tire stickers right here, so it's 50 psi on the tires, so you don't have to get down and try to read that tire every time. Just glance at your tire sticker. You can see right here where your hookups are for utilities, for water coming in, also for cable. Here's your outside shower, so you just get your favorite style nozzle here and just put it right on here. It should have some hot water here. You want to feel that? That's hot water.
Oh, cautious.
So hot and cold outside shower here. It's just on a quick connect. Quick connect style there. So there is a battery disconnect on this model. So it's right here. With this handle pulled out, that's engaged. To disconnect, you push it in. So if it's going to be stored and you want the unit to be dormant, then you'll just not have the unit plugged in, turn off your propane cylinders, and push the battery disconnect in. City water intake is right here. So this is where you want to get a freshwater drinking hose. It's non-toxic, won't have that rubbery taste to it, and you'll hook it up right here. I recommend a water pressure regulator. Also, just eliminates too high pressure from blowing out any inline elbows, just from high pressure sitting on it on those lines. And I'll show you what that looks like. But city water intake is right here. When you want to fill up the freshwater tank, like for winterizing, or I'm sorry, not winterizing at all, but for like dry camping or boondocking, if you just want to put a little bit of water in it, so when you're traveling, so you want to pull over, use your own facilities, you can do so. You just stick your water hose right here, and that'll fill up the tank. And I have the tank full now, so it does have water in it. There's a 12 volt demand pump. That will bring that water pressure up just like you saw right there, because we're not hooked up to water pressure. So 12 volt demand pump will give you that water pressure, and it's just a button that you turn on inside in the bathroom.
How many gallons is it?
It's probably it's at least 30 gallons. It's at least 30 gallons. Yep. And it may be 40, but it's at least 30. Now the black tank flush, do you know what that is?
Yep. We know what it is. We've never done it before, but.
So what it is a built-in little sprinkler head inside the black water tank, which is just a toilet tank. Mm-hmm. So when water terminations right here, so whenever you pull the black water tank gate valve and drain out the black water tank, all the waste out of it, while you're still hooked up at the campsite, and you can hook up a water hose here, and it'll wash that tank out while you're at the campsite. I would do it every time before leaving the campsite. But you don't want to walk away and leave it just running in there. There is a monitor panel inside that'll tell you empty, 1/3, 2/3 full, how full your tanks are, so you don't have to guess. But you don't want to run that black water tank flush for longer than about 3 minutes. Is plenty of time of volume to fill up that tank and flush it out.
You fill it up before you pull the handle to flush it?
No, you drain the waste out first.
Okay.
Let all the waste come out, and then you would hook up the water hose at that time.
All right.
Cable input is right here, so you want to bring your coax cable with you. A lot of campgrounds have park cable. Just bring your coax with you, and if you decide to do satellite antenna watching, you'll come out of that antenna dish and then come into here. And there's a light in here as well. And then if you decide you'd like to hook up a solar panel, an external solar panel, 2-prong, will hook up right into here, a 10 amp solar panel charger, and it's wired straight to the battery. And then so you can take this cap off here, so you can come up here with your water hoses and your coax cables, so that you don't have to leave this door open while you're camping. Feel good about water coming in?
Yep.
So water coming out. Drain line, you see that valve hanging down right there? That's the freshwater tank drain. Like I said, I got fresh water in it now. It's full.
What, that one?
That's right.
Kind of heavy. Do you want to drain all that out before you go?
As long as it's not a safety issue on your towing capacity, it's a personal preference. So if you'd like to have a little bit of water to use your own facilities while you're traveling, pull over, use the restroom, wash your hands, have a lunch, then you could travel with a little bit of water in if you'd like. But yes, it is extra weight on it.
Yeah, it's only 240 pounds for 40 gallons of water.
Yes, sir.
Around there.
Yep. And then low point drains are right here for hot and cold low point drains. That's for that's the lowest point of all the pressurized water lines. So that's for taking winterizing precautions. You open those up, releases all the water out of the fresh system.
I have a question.
So
So
really, really cold now.
So all that foam down there, is that from where they sealed it up so critters wouldn't get in it?
Yes, it has a heated underbelly, so the underbelly is enclosed.
Okay.
So it also has little heat ducts going into them also. So if you have the furnace on, it'll be forcing heat down to where those water tanks are too, so they
Okay.
won't freeze up.
So you can, is this a 4-season camper? Can it be?
Depending on where those seasons are.
Okay.
And you do have to take some regional precautions too when you go into different climates.
Okay.
Such as cold camping. Though you'll have the furnace on, so everything inside you don't have to worry about freezing. But stuff like your water lines hooking up from the outside, you'll have to take precautions on those.
Okay.
So sewer connection is right here. So you'll just unhook this here and get you a sewer hose that'll lock on just like that cap does. And then the other end will go down to the septic, okay? So we're just draining the gray tank and the black tanks. So you do have 2 gray tanks on this model. One is just for the galley. That's the kitchen sink. The used water that goes down in the sink will go into that tank. That's this valve here. Then there's the other one, which is this. It says gray tank on the monitor panel inside, and that's for the bathroom, vanity sink, and the shower. So dirty water will go into those. So you just pull these gate valves here, and that's what drains it out. See some tested water there. So like I say, gravity drain drains it right out. Black tank, keep this closed even at a full hookup.